Hello Samaritans, and sorry for the delay between videos, but here we are again. It is October 4th, and we are back on YouTube talking about things pertinent to our projects. In the time between the videos that I have posted here, we have met a small request for some groceries. Young lady over in Omaha, which I believe is the first time we've extended outside of Council Bluffs, so kind of a historic moment, I suppose, at about roughly our 1-year anniversary. But she requested some help at the end of the month for some groceries and some assistance with toiletries and so on to free up some money for some other expenses. The haul wasn't awesome. It wasn't anything that was going to get us on the news or anything, but it was good. Anytime you're able to help a neighbor in need is always good, and I'm always happy to receive and deliver whatever we can. So I hope she enjoyed what she received. I hope it helped a little bit, more importantly. And she has already kind of reached out and said thank you, and that she wants to get involved in something we're doing in the future. And I hope I can find a way to allow her to do that. A big part of what we do here is paying things forward. We don't require it, but everybody seems to want to do it, and they get involved. And some of our best moments have been people who have received from us in the past. So if anything, that's very encouraging to me, that I think that the habit and the process of giving and the attitude of giving are somehow being promoted by what we do here. In other news, our membership list on Facebook, our likes, if you will, have increased to about 143 viewers. I'm never really sure how much stock to put in these things, because it's easy to hit like in theory, but it is hard to get people to hit like. So the fact that people even want to get us in their feed, it makes me happy. So 143 people, getting really close to 150. That's about 15 people a month or so. Less, probably about 12 people a month since we've been running. So it's a little weak, but it's nice. And to think that there's 150 people who are keeping an eye on what we do here and are willing to let me share our needs to them, I appreciate it. Hopefully we can mobilize those folks to some more of our needs as they come up. So I was a little torn on what to talk about this week. I had a couple little mini sermons in my brain that I'd come up with, and then I remembered that I don't do that anymore. And there's some other comments that have come up based on things that have happened in life and the lives of all of us, with the government doing what it's doing and so on. And I think I'm going to stay away from all that, to be honest with you. Much like our organization is not a Christian organization, it's not a religious organization, it's just an organization of people doing the right thing. I think maybe we should probably keep the politics out of it as well. The one thing I will mention, though, to salvage my line of thinking with all that, is that if the shutdown continues, there may be a pinch on folks receiving assistance in the form of things like WIC. On our Facebook here just recently, we had a small discussion between a couple women that opened my eyes a little bit about the situation with WIC, and that is that no new applications in Iowa are being accepted during the shutdown, and that if the shutdown continues, if you are due for your follow-up visits to renew your WIC, those will not be available to you. So the checks that exist now are honored at your grocer or wherever you redeem them, and pardon me, and the checks that are arriving already on autopilot will continue to do so. This could put some people in some pinch, because once you've kind of not budgeted for those certain items in your budget, such as milk and formula, it's hard to get them back in the budget. And I think any of us that have children know that that is true, regardless of your income. So keep an open mind and an open ear. If this thing in Washington continues, we may have to mobilize and help some of these mothers out. And without making any comment about the why or who or what they should do or shouldn't do on their own, again, not important. They're going to need stuff. We're going to try to find a way to help them get it. So if you're a mom listening and you're on WIC and you think that you may fall afoul of this sooner than later, email me at SamaritanFinderCB@gmail.com, or contact me via Facebook or Twitter, And I'll get a list started of the people and their needs so that when the day comes to get that check and it doesn't show up, we'll be ready to go, okay? And I'll make a few phone calls in the meantime to see what we can do as far as mobilizing quickly. Again, we don't keep capital here. This isn't a monetized charity of any sort, so everything comes out of the goodness of people's hearts and what little they have left after their own tight budgets to make things work. So again, please do get involved. One last thing I'd like to mention before I keep this short and simple is I've kind of toyed with the idea of doing these more regularly, these little videos. The problem is I don't think many people are watching them. That's either a failure on my part to make them accessible, or the fact that I'm just not very interesting. And that could be the case. A lot of these are kind of off the cuff, just talking about what's going on in Samaritan Finder and kind of pimping our project that we have going on over at Fundraiser. Let me know, you guys, if you've watched one and you say, yeah, I watch them out of respect for you, but, you know, really, dude, they're not that interesting. Message received, and I'll quit with the videos. Otherwise, if there's something you think I could do differently or something that you think that would be beneficial to do on a regular basis, let me know. These iPhones make everything pretty easy to do. It's pretty amazing if you think about it. And I don't mind talking to myself, oddly enough. That's probably some narcissism coming out there. But I don't mind doing these little videos. It's kind of fun. This week I didn't have much to talk about. I did want to mention the WIC thing. But that's pretty much it. So it's going to be the weekend. It's fall. Weather is changing. We've just got about 4.5 inches of rain in a real short amount of time, and more could be on the way. Temperatures are dropping. Northwest of here, people are going to end up with a lot of snow. So winter's coming, guys, and people are going to be in need for items, clothing changes, different requirements for nutrition, and accessibility for people who don't travel or drive, and also labor with cleaning off leaves and so on after the fall, and then snow removal and ice removal in the winter. So keep your neighbors in mind. Keep an eye out for the lady that lives on the block that struggles to get these things done, and help her out. The gentleman that's a widower across the street, make sure his driveway's clean for him, would you? These are all things anyone can pitch in and do. There's really no excuse not to do something in the coming weeks. So find something to do and pitch in, and let's make the world a better place. See you, everybody.